Hello everyone and welcome back to Fire Emblem Heroes. We have a new showcase, an Emblem showcase at that, and we have Emblem Eirika. I actually got very lucky in getting her from the gacha banner because it took me only the starting pool. I don't remember if I did the gacha banner, I think I did, so you guys probably already know. And well, my friends, what else to say that I am very glad to have another emblem, and we also have Emblem Mart. Yes, we did do the gacha, now I remember. And I want to explore everything that you need to know about this character, so gameplay, art, animation, dialogue, etc. And of course the build showcase, the usual stuff. We also have a mini section in the build showcase about which character is best to engage with this emblem. For Eirika, she's actually very direct in her effect, so there isn't actually a character in particular that I'm thinking about, but I will say that that doesn't mean the effect is bad. It's just so versatile that you can give it to anyone without a really specific idea in mind. So, without further ado, let's get into the showcase. I will be back with you during the build showcase part of the video, so enjoy this first half.
Being the strongest of the Eirikas here is not my desire. With a heart full of kindness, I will carry out the duties only I can, as an emblem. Restore Calm, Emblem of the Sacred, is the incantation used to summon me and my brother. What? Is something off about my outfit? Or is it the radiance that has piqued your curiosity? May peaceful times come so that no blade need be brandished. Tana, Seth, Leon, there are so many familiar faces. I can't wait to visit with them all again. I am grateful to have been rescued by Rosado and Goldmary during the battles in Elios. Tana, Seth, Leon, there are so many familiar faces. I can't wait to visit with them all again.
My friends, do not be scared by this huge weapon, because we will go through everything that you need to know about Emblem Eirika. That was just a teaser, a jump scare if you will, because I know that some of you might think, wow, those characters are getting pretty wild with their skill description, and they are, let me tell you. But let's start with the basic. Emblem Eirika is a cavalry red sword, kind of a common type for the Eirikas that we have analyzed so far. Then she has a stat line that is very simple. High attack, high speed, HP on the average side, def on the average high side, and then rest kinda low. So do not put her against anti-cavalry or and mage characters, because she cannot tank the hits that well on the stat line alone. Then we get into the skills and you will see how many offensive, defensive and supportive capabilities this character has. I will say this, starting this showcase, Emblem Eirika is a character that you probably will roll more for Emblem Eirika herself, and also her fodder, which is very nice, than for her emblem effect. Not that her emblem effect is bad, that just goes to show how good Emblem Eirika is as a character. Let's start with the weapon. We have special trigger acceleration, then at the start of turn, if she is near two spaces of a unit, she gets empathy to herself and her allies in two spaces, and also grants a special cooldown charge +1 per attack during combat. So we have a very good supportive effect here, where empathy is a buff that calculates the best buffs on your allies and the penalties on your enemies, and gives a bonus to a maximum of 7 to all of your team that has empathy equipped. Then we have, if unit initiates combat or if unit is within two spaces of an ally, grants bonus to unit attack, speed, depth, res equals number of allies within 3 rows or 3 columns center on unit per 3 to a maximum +5 to a maximum of 14. So we have a very good stat boost here, +14 to all stats in most if not all situations. Then we have deals damage equals 20% of unit speed, flat damage based on speed, which is why that flow on speed that I have is kind of a pain, but you do want to have high speed with this Eirika. And also reduces damage from first attack by 20% of unit speed, another flat damage decrease. It is not pure flat damage and pure flat damage reduction, but it is still kind of good. Neutralizes effects that guarantee 4 follow-up attacks and effects that prevent unit follow-up attacks during combat. So let's start with this paragraph, since the one below is just a description of other things. We have buffs for her and her allies with empathy and a special acceleration. Then we have buffs for herself, which is based on the number of allies near her to a maximum of 14. Damage scaling on speed, damage reduction scaling on speed, and null follow-up. Overall, already a pretty solid weapon. Then we have what is known as a style. We saw already this in Emblem Lin character and also her own Emblem Engage effect. Eirika's style is way more simple compared to Lin. Basically, she can attack ranged. Unit can attack falls 2 spaces away, calculates the damage using the lower of 4 death or rest during combat. That's the best part, the adaptive damage. The adaptive damage makes it so that Eirika will always target the lowest defense the enemy has. This is incredibly strong, because if for example you are against an arbor enemy that has a high def, you can exploit the low res and get in a lot of damage. She can suffer a counter attack if foe is armored with range equals 1, foe can counter attack, the same stuff that we already read with Emblem Lin. And she can also trigger her own canto, which is pretty nice. That's all the weapon gives you. Buffs, stats, flat damage reduction based on speed, null follow-up, and a style. See? If you get through it, it is kind of easy. It's just the wind sword style, empathy and style that clog the weapon, otherwise it is pretty simple. But then we have Twin Strike, which is her exclusive special. Boost damage by 60% of unit speed when special triggers, unit attacks twice, an incredibly strong effect, and neutralizes effects that inflict a special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. If unit or foe special is ready or triggered before or during combat, reduces damage from foe next attack by 40%. So here we have a lot of damage based on speed, brave effect, anti-guard, and then we also get damage reduction from this as well, which pairs up very well with the weapon. Defensive effect, offensive effect, supportive effect, very good overall, as you can see on the base kit. Then the rest of the skills are not exclusive, they can be inherited and are also pretty good, but it is the first time that we see Blue Skies 4, so this skill is insane. I think that this is one of the best skills that I've ever read in the history of this game. Like, when I saw the trailer and I read this skill, I was like, wow, what the hell is this skill? It is simply amazing. So, enables Canto 2. Whatever you do, you always get to Canto, and this works with the style, by the way. If you initiates combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants attack and speed +8 to unit. Unit deals +X damage, so this is not flat damage, this is pure flat damage, because it is +X and not +X%. And reduces damage from full first attack by X pure damage resistance here during combat. X is number of allies with 3 rows or 3 columns center of unit per 2 plus 2 to a maximum of 8. So you can get plus 8 damage and minus 8 damage as damage resistance. That's insane. If you guys know how valuable the pure damage and pure damage resistance are, you know how strong this skill is. Because this skill gives Kanto buffs, damage, and damage reduction, all in one skill. A skill, by the way, not even B. So that's just how strong it is. And then we have Assault Force. If you initiate combat or is within 2 spaces of an ally, inflicts speed and death -4 on foe, neutralizes penalty of unit, deals damage equals 20% of unit speed or death, and reduces the percentage of foe non-special reduced damage by X% skill by 50% during combat. So now, count how many times we got flat damage in this character. We have 20% of unit speed, plus 8, 20% of unit speed or death. All this flat damage stacks up a lot. This character can destroy basically almost any unit, because remember, with the style you also trigger the lower between death or S, adaptive damage, so you always go and target the weakness of the enemy. This character is just busted in my opinion, like I wouldn't have a reason not to get Emblem Eirika if I had to find one, because think about it, not only you get a perfect character, you also get the emblem effect. What is the emblem effect? We always have the special thing that triggers with the cooldown, that's something all emblems have. If it is unit first combat initiated by unit or first combat initiated by foe that turn, inflicts attack -4 on unit, and unit attacks twice during combat. Yes, you can give a brave effect to any character that you want. That's why earlier I said that it is hard to suggest a specific character that might need this effect, since a brave effect usually is something that you can give to everyone, and it is incredibly helpful. This one just comes with a small penalty of attack -4, but it is so negligible that honestly, my friends, like, it is insane. But as I said, Eirika itself is such a good unit that I wouldn't really find a reason not to suggest her. So if you find the orbs together in the future, even get her, because she's very very strong and also very beautiful, I might add. Also she comes with a frame in her animation, you will see later in the gameplay showcase, and you probably saw in the art showcase. Anyway, that's it. It was actually fast compared to my expectation. She's not that hard after you get through this weapon. My friends, thank you very much for staying with me in the build showcase. Remember to smash the like button or the subscribe button if you want to support the channel, and if you want to support the channel more, remember to use the super thanks feature to leave a comment with the donation you're choosing below your favorite Anti-Launch video, or join the Anti-Launch community by smashing the join button and becoming a launch supporter. I would really appreciate it. For now, next time we will have probably Emblem Art. Stay and enjoy the gameplay showcase.
Ephraim and I are one emblem, though I cannot see him now. I will do it. Let us advance.
Leave it to me.
It is my honor. I will do it. Yeah! Leave it to me. Ever onward. Ha! 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 Twin strike! Twin strike! It is my honor. Let us advance. Ha!
A favorable wind.
Ready to help. I will do it. It is my honor. Emblem guide you.